Greater Nashua Chamber of Commerce recently commissioned an independent statewide study focusing on expanded passenger rail service, expanded gaming, the Northern Pass, and a gas tax increase. For the next few minutes, we'll discuss some of these top issues facing the Granite State, as well as some positive developments happening in Nashua. I'm Jenny Johnson for Comcast Newsmakers at the New Hampshire Institute of Politics at St. Anselm College. Chris Williams, President and CEO of the Greater Nashua Chamber, joins me. Chris, welcome to the program.
Hello.
Okay, so we have expanded passenger rail service, expanded gaming, the Northern Pass, and an increase in the gas tax. Why have a survey on these four things?
These are the hot button issues in New Hampshire right now. Our state legislature is seriously debating all four of those in various forms or another. Our chamber, out of 60 plus chambers of commerce across the entire state, is the most active when it comes to advocating for business interests as it relates to those four issues. So it made sense for our Chamber of Commerce to formally put out a statewide survey and get a check on the pulse of New Hampshire voters vis-a-vis each of those issues.
All right, well, so let's talk about the results. It shows that gaming remains consistent from the past years. Gas tax continues to be unpopular, but there were a couple surprises in there.
There were. So a couple of surprises that really popped out at us was number one on passenger rail. This is an issue that impacts not just the Greater Nashua area, but all of New Hampshire in terms of business and economic development. What we were very pleased to see was that there is a strong amount of support from New Hampshire voters for passenger rail, even when they know the state and therefore the taxpayers are going to have to shoulder a lot of the costs for that project. So we were very surprised and pleasantly surprised to see that result.
That's a great result. Okay, let's talk about bringing the passenger rail through New Hampshire. Why is it of interest to voters?
Not just the Greater Nashua area, but the Manchester corridor up to Concord. There is a huge corridor there of economic development that really drives the economy for New Hampshire. To be able to bring skilled workforce into New Hampshire from the Merrimack Valley in order to actually attract companies that rely on good infrastructure, these are things that could benefit New Hampshire, again, not just within the community of Nashua or Manchester, but all across the southern New Hampshire tier and above. So we're excited to see where this project is going to go in the several next months.
Now, how about the Northern Pass? Why do you think opinions from voters changed?
So the Northern Pass, for viewers out there who aren't aware of this project, this is a large energy transmission project that will bring hydropowered electricity into New England. Our chamber is very supportive of that issue because we understand New England has the highest energy rates in all of the country. And we want to see the Northern Pass be successful, but in a way that's respectful to the New Hampshire environment. The survey that we found showed New Hampshire voters, the more familiar they are getting with the project, the more supportive they're becoming of it. And that was another one of those surprises that we saw in the survey.
Important results to see and study. So there's an exciting marketing and economic development plan between the Greater Nashua Chamber and the city. Tell us about it.
Dare to begin. This is a new marketing message for the city and the Chamber of Commerce. Out of all the different communities in New Hampshire, Nashua is the only one that actually has a formal marketing brand between its chamber and its city, both of us supplementing each other's messaging. And Dare to Begin is a message that we want to say to entrepreneurs who might be considering starting a venture in New Hampshire and are wondering where to do it. Dare to Begin is a message we want to say to large companies that might be looking to expand into New Hampshire and are wondering where's the best place to do it. Dare to Begin is a message that Nashua gets behind, and we're proud to support that in partnership with our city.
So Chris, why is it so important for the private sector and the public sector to work together?
You know, Nashua is a small fishbowl, and we operate in a global economy, and everyone across the country wants to know what makes Nashua different. So having both the private sector and the public sector coming together, it's a great way to impact our message on a much broader scale.
Well, Chris, thanks for sharing some of the work of the Chamber with us today.
Thank you very much, Jenny.
Thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Jenny Johnson.